Okay, let us start the session. Today, in last session, we discussed all about some purchasing documents. So we have started purchase requisitions. Today we have to start purchase orders. Purchase orders we have to start. Okay, first how to see purchase requisition is an internal document, means within one department to other department requesting what material, how much quantity. Some production department to the purchasing department. So that is not sent to any of the outside person within your business. So that is the reason it is internal document. Now purchase order is the main document which we send to the vendor, and based on the purchase order details, vendor will supply the material, which is the main document. So here create purchase order, which is in ME21N. Next change purchase order ME22N. Display purchase order ME23N. So basically this is the end user activity, front end only, end user. So now the main controlling function of this purchase order is purchase order document type. So this is a document types where we can set up in SPRO, standard SAP document type is NB. With the help of this document type, what we can control? We can control number ranges. See, once the purchase order created, that purchase order number will be generating it. Okay, that number. Now item number. Okay, next. See, purchase order number ranges we can control, field selections. Like which field is mandatory, which field is optional, that field selections. Next, allowed item categories. What are the item categories are allowed? So based on these item categories, for example, consignment K, subcontracting L. So if whatever the item category is allowing, those item category related purchase orders only we can create. So if I am allowing K and L, means consignment and subcontracting, so I can create consignment purchase orders, I can create subcontracting purchase orders, like different special procurement process it will be allowed. So what are the special procurement process going forward? We will discuss on the special scenarios. Next, item interval gap. Item interval gap. The gap between item to item. Okay, item interval gap. Now, whatever the item we have provided, item interval gap. So example, if I mention 10, okay. See, I am purchasing some material X, material Y, material Z. See, three different materials. Item number 10, item number 20, item number 30. See, because gap between item to item 10 I have given. So 10 to 20, 10 gap, 20 to 30, 10 gap. So item interval gap. So if I am maintaining 1 means 1 to 2, 1, 2 to 3, 1. See here, it will start from 1, 2, 3. So like this. Okay. So we are controlling number ranges, field selections, allowed item categories, item interval gap. Okay, let us see this in the SAP system. Okay, first one is ME21N to create the purchase order. So here we have header level, item level, item overview. See header, item overview, item details. So header level, we should make sure you are creating, you are creating purchase order with which vendor, means you are ordering material with which vendor, that vendor you need to enter. So here that vendor, supplier. So what is our purchase organization? Can anybody just let me know what is our purchasing organization? What is our purchasing organization? KIA1. So here we have the tires example I am taking. I'll maintain some basic purchasing group, purchasing organization, and also our company code. So what is our company code? I think it is KC01. Press enter. See now, here if you see delivery invoice, some payment terms, currency and all picked. From where this information system is speaking automatically? From vendor master. So from this vendor. So here payment terms, by when we can do the payment and all that information. See, conditions means the pricing. So whatever the material you are ordering, for that material price related at header level. Header level means multiple items you are ordering for. System will calculate at multiple materials, and overall price it will show you. Text means it's a free text. Okay, it's a free text. It can be anything. Free text. Next, address. See, this vendor related address we have already maintained. That address will be picking here automatically. Communication. So now I need to understand where, see, I am ordering material with MRF tags, but I should understand when I can expect that goods and all, right? So that salesperson telephone, which we already maintain in vendor master, it is picking. Partners. Additional data like valid. See, this purchase order validity also we can set up. Organization data, purchase organization, purchasing group, company code, all maintain. Status. See here, if you order material. Now, for example, I'll order any material. KIA1, I'm searching my plant base, some material. Just requesting 100 quantity, plant KIA1, press enter. Now, if you see, system, I just maintain the material, quantity, plant, but system is picking the price automatically. From where? In last sessions, we discussed about purchase info record. Okay, from there. Now you can see ordered how much quantity 100. See, ordered showing 100 cartons, value is $12,000. Delivered how much 0. And also still to be delivered 100. See that status and all we can see under the status tab. Now our item overview, material, quantity and delivery dates and also plant and material group further information. See item detailed. So the third level is nothing but item detail. So in material data, material group related, quantities means here 100 cartons. See, one material 100 cartons equal to how many inches? See, one each, okay, sorry, one carton equal to 100 inches. I think 10 inches. If you double click on this material, additional data, see here you can see 1 inch equal to 1 inch only, and one carton equal to 10 inches. Then 100 cartons means how many inches? 1000 inches. See that conversion you can see. Delivery schedule, by when we are expecting the delivery, and the delivery related information, over delivery day, under delivery. See this information where it is picking from your info record. System is picking all the information from purchasing info record. So invoice related, for this purchase order, whether we need to expect any invoice or not, like final invoice and all. Okay, some invoice related and all. Conditions. So here the pricing conditions. Yeah, what is the order quantity? 120. Sorry, order quantity 100, price is 120. So 100 into 120, how much? $12,000. So that calculation, see 121 carton. For 100 cartons, 12,000. So the price calculation happens here. Text. This is for the material. Okay, for this material. So any text is there, right? A free text and all. So that free text related and all. Okay, we have to maintain. About this material, any delivery text is there. Anything. It's a free text. It will allow any information. See, delivery address I did not maintain. System only picking automatically. See, from where system is picking this delivery address? Can anybody tell me from where the delivery address is picking? Delivery address is picking from plant. So if you remember, plant is the right. So from plant only system is picking your delivery address. Next, confirmations. So this, if you have any inbound delivery, later we'll discuss inbound delivery and all some other notifications. I'll check it. Save the purchase order. So once I save the purchase order, system generated some purchase order number. So in ME21N, we are creating the purchase order. I want to make some changes to my created purchase order. ME22N is the T code. Click on that other purchase order, other document. So here I want to update some quantity. Yes, I'll update to 120 quantity. See, like you can do some changes, okay, to your existing purchase order and save it. Save it. So here, display ME23N. or display. Okay, display. And the display me 23, which is display. So any questions? So now this is just normal way of creation purchase order. ME21 and I enter manually all details. So whatever the purchase orders we created, we can see it in the document overview on. So here and refresh. So and I think here you should go to this selection variant, my purchase orders. So this is the last, which is the latest purchase order created by you. This is created by you. Now I want to create new purchase orders by copying from this existing. So what we'll do, just drag, drop that into the shopping cart. So all information will be copied and you can save it. So that one more purchase order created. See 1897. So if you refresh 1897, you can see this dragging and dropping here one method, and second one is adapting. Press enter. So from this purchase order, system will copy all the details and you can see that is one more method. What is the document type? Standard one is NB. Okay, with this document types only we can control the number ranges. Means your purchase order number, field selections, allowed item category. See what item categories we are allowing and item intergap 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us go to SPRO, implementation guide, materials management, purchasing. Standard SAP is NB. Okay. Now we want to customize one new document type. How we do it? So we will copy it and create some purchase order. Purchase order document type. See, selecting the standard one, copying and creating some new document type. Okay, it can be any max 4 character numbers or also letters or alphanumeric. Example ZP69 I am taking. Press enter, copy all. So now we copied and created. So ZP69. So we can customize, I mean, we can update your custom purchase order document type. Okay, this is the item interval gap. So if you are maintaining 10 means item number 1, 10, item number 20, like that. So 1 means system always generate first line item number as 1, 2, 3, like that. And further, so we have number ranges, two number ranges. One is internal number ranges, other one is external number ranges. Can anybody just let me know what is an internal number range and what is an external number range? Last time in purchase requisitions we have discussed it. So what is internal number range, external number range? Can anybody tell me? So internal number ranges means so whatever the number ranges we have set up externally, from that serial number ranges, if you enter anything from this code only, system will generate your PO number. So manually I'm entering, right? So that is external number range. So internally we have different number ranges and externally we have different number ranges. So internally, so if you see here, lot of serial number ranges. We can use any existing number ranges and even externally also. So in the drop down you can take. But now let me save it. I want to create my own. How to create? Come back. So here you can see a defined number ranges for purchasing documents. Intervals. So I want to create my own new one I want to create. So in the interval, free intervals, continue. So these are all some free number ranges are available. Example, we'll take that series, okay? So insert. So now I created one number range L3. L3 only we are having internal number range. How can I tell L3 is an internal number range? See, no tick mark. There is no tick mark. That is the reason L3 is an internal number range. If tick mark is there, then that is external number range. So for an internal number range, only numbers are applicable. Okay, now for external number, L4 I am creating. So tick that mark. So alphanumeric is applicable. Example, now we will assign this to our document type, custom document type. And define document types for purchase orders. So we created ZP69. L3 we created. See, L3 we created. L3 series, 64 series number. And external L4 we created. L3, L4. L3, L4. Now we have updated item interval gap, number ranges, and field selections we need to update. See, NBF is the standard SAP provided field selection. See, with the help of this NBF only, we can control the fields in your purchase order, like which field is mandatory, which field optional. This is the standard SAP field selection key. In this key only, we have to update NBF. Come back, define screen layout at document level, go to the position, search NBF. So here NBF, if we go to the details, we have basic data. Okay, example basic data. So a lot of fields are there. So in your purchase order fields are there, right? Plant is optional entry. Okay, directly we should not make changes in the NBF because that is the standard one. So what we'll do, we'll copy it, create new one. So while creating new one, any 4-character length code, numbers, letters, save it. Now let us go to details. Example basic data. Here plant is optional entry. I am considering it as a required. Store location, if you want, you can make it. See, right now it is optional entry. Now material group, I'll make it as a display mode. So likewise, short text is there. I'll make it as a display mode. See, depends on the business requirement, we can update. Save it. JS69. Come back. Define document text for purchase order. ZP69. Wheel selections. JS69. JS69. Okay. See, item interval gap, internal or external number range is setup done. Field selections done. Next, allowed item categories. What are the item categories allowed? So these are all the item categories standard SAP provided. See, but in your business, you don't have any of this process. Only we have consignment, subcontracting, and standard. So in that case, what we will do? So we will allow only standard, consignment, subcontracting, and third party and services. Only these are all the key standard we have. So I am remaining deleting. So whatever we are allowing, only those will be allowed at the time of purchase order creation for this document type. Okay, ZP69. Save it. So let us create a sample purchase order. Class-5 ME21N. So here you need to select the document type. So document type ZP69. So supplier already we have used it. And here purchase organization KIA1. Purchasing group, company code. See what material. I am ordering one material. Requesting 100 quantity. Now if you observe carefully, what are the item categories I have allowed? Only standard, consignment, subcontracting, third party. Only these item categories we can see it. Next, quantity. And now, see item categories is allowed. It is working. Next, item interval gap, if you remember, one I have maintained. So if I add one more line item, first line item is 1, second line item 2, like that. Next, field selection, short text display mode I made it. Material group also. Now, I will not maintain my plant. Okay, let us see. System will request to enter the plant. See, enter plant, which is a mandate. So, delivery date, let me put, so 31st list. Okay. Now, plant I have to enter. So, after entering the plant, system is asking me to enter the location because store location also we made mandatory. Save it. So, once I save and create purchase order, system generate purchase order number 64 series. So ZPCC internal number L3. In L3, what numbers are there? 64 series number. 647. 64 series numbers. So now based on this custom document type, item interval gap working. Okay, item category is working and field selections and number range is also working. This is how we can set up. Manually, we will discuss today and automatically tomorrow I'll show you. Thank you all. Have a great day.